So in a semi-supine position. All right, so get yourself nice and comfortable with the feet flat on the floor. And rest the arms by your side. Take a moment to spread the toes so that you can feel the toe mounds into the floor, the inner and outer heel, and then relax the toes. But keep the connection with the floor. Let your pelvis become heavy, let the back of the shoulders become heavy. And let's just take a moment to scan the body. So starting from the crown of the head, move down slowly through the shoulders, the pelvis, and just ask yourself how you're feeling, if there are any areas which you may need to pay special attention to, and the areas which feel good. And then from there, just grab the sides of your mat and just lift up and pull your shoulders down. Use the mat just to shrug your shoulders down and relax again. So you've got a nice connection with the floor. And then start to just tune into how you're feeling upstairs in the mind, any thoughts, any feelings, any emotions. And then we're going to start to use the breath to bring that all down, package it away for the next hour or so. And start to wake up the core. As you start to feel the breath out, use that exhalation to start to connect to your inner core. So as you exhale, the end of the exhale especially, see if you can connect to the pelvic floor and your inner abdominals, so your transverse abdominals. So it should feel like you're drawing in and up from the base of the pelvis all the way up to your ribs. And then the inhale, you allow the diaphragm to move down, you allow that gentle expansion of the abdominals and the pelvic floor. Okay, super duper lovely, guys. So from here, we're going to get some opening in the chest going straight away. So I want you to move over to your right side. So you're just going to roll over to your right side, knee on knee, ankle on ankle, and you're going to take your arms out to the side. Okay, so I'm going to turn over so you can see me. All right, so make sure you've got nothing in the way. We're going to draw a lovely big circle with that top arm. So on your inhale, you're going to bring the arm up and above your head. Take it around and down towards your buttocks, and then as you exhale, past the buttocks and come back to the start. So inhale, up and around. So try and keep contact with the floor with the fingers and guide the shoulder blades on the floor as you do the circle. So try not to rush. A full inhale to come up and over the head, and then a full exhale to finish the circle and get back to the start. So we're going to do one more circle, and then we're going to hang out halfway round. So you're going to take it into a twist. So keep the palms up for this one. And then I want you to press the arms, press the back of the skull, lift the shoulder blades just momentarily off the floor and guide the left shoulder blade down. So the right and left shoulder blade feel in contact with the floor. And just take 3 breaths here. So inhaling wide into the back ribs, the side ribs, and then exhaling, finding that connection with your core. Okay, one more breath here, inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it back to the start. And then come onto your back. So grab the block, place it in between your inner thighs. Okay, and I suggest you use not the widest side, but the second widest side. All right, so don't use the narrow end because it might make your knees knock together. So, you know, whatever you choose, just make sure your knees remain hip width apart when you squeeze the block. Walk the feet towards your buttocks and then connect them with the floor. And we're going to do some floating bridges. So on your inhale, you're going to lift the hips, drive the sit bones towards the back of the knees. The knees are going to move forward. You're going to get a little connection with your core and some activation in the glutes and the hamstrings. And then exhale, lower. And just continue that with your breath. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, lift. Squeeze the block. Exhale, lower. And then if you want to, we're going to add the arms. So inhale, float the arms up and above the head. Reach the fingertips behind from your back heart. And then exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, float up. Hopefully those hamstring and glutes are really starting to wake up. And exhale, we're lowering. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, so we're going to roll to the other side. I'm going to get up and over so that I'm still facing you, so it doesn't get confusing. So you're going to roll over to your left this time. Left arm's on the bottom, right arm's on the top. And we're going to do exactly the same thing. So we're going to draw that beautiful big circle up and above the head, bringing it down and past the buttocks. And back to the start. So inhale, up and over, and then exhale, down and back to the start. And notice if there are any differences on this side. Do you feel tighter, or is the range of movement a little bit bigger? And again, don't worry. You know, there may be a little difference, there may be quite a big difference, but each time you go round, you should notice that you're getting a little bit more movement, a little less restriction, and some more opening, especially in front of the chest. Now this time we're going to hang out in our twist. So palms up. Take that moment to press the head and the arms into the floor, lift the shoulders, and then guide that right shoulder down. So the left is going to feel more connected with the right. So that lift will just help you get some connection with that right shoulder. And let's breathe into it. So keep the breath wide and full. Got 2 more breaths here. Lovely. And then finish the circle. Super duper. Let's come back on our backs. Grab the block again. We're going to do some abdominals. We don't need it quite yet, but just keep it to hand. And we're going to do some nice basic abs first of all. So make sure that the back of your pelvis is connected. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, pull the sternum down, pull the navel down towards the floor. From there, pick up both feet so that the knees are above the hips. From there, take an exhale. We're going to touch the toes of the right leg on the floor. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Now, all the time, soften the front ribs towards the back heart. Soften the navel down. Keep that control as you touch the toe down onto the floor. Okay, now keep that going. Bring the hands behind the head. And then float the shoulders off the floor. And we're going to continue. So I want you to squeeze the inner elbows towards your ears. Guide them up towards the ceiling. That's going to help lengthen through your back body and get a really good connection with your upper core. So give me 4 more. Keep drawing the navel down. You should be getting some heat. And then after you've done your 4th one, take a moment, come on down. Right, we're going up again and we're going to do some obliques. All right, so get your connection again. Front ribs down, navel down, and then pick up the feet. Knees above the hips. Take an inhale, exhale, pull the shoulder blades off the floor, pressing the sternum down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift the right shoulder and take the right leg out. Okay, so we're coming into some yoga cycles. Take an inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, left shoulder to right knee, stretch the left leg out, and then inhale, center, and then try again. All right, so I want control, and I want you to move very slowly. Think about leading with the shoulder and really float it off the floor as much as you can as you're trying to lift. Give me 4 more each side. So get a little rhythm going with your breath. Exhale, lift, inhale, center. Exhale, inhale, center. Exhale, inhale, center. Exhale, inhale, center. Exhale, inhale, center. Keep going. And center, exhale, and center. 2 more. And center, exhale, and center. Okay, last one. This is the killer. Grab your block again and place it where it's comfortable between your inner thighs. All right, so it can be towards the knees or it can be further up. Just make sure it's a comfortable place for you. Take the hands behind the head again. Okay, so from here, I want you to reach the toes up towards the ceiling and start to squeeze the block a little bit. From there, take an inhale. As you exhale, curl the shoulder blades off the floor. Keep the back of the neck long, keep the elbows pointing towards the ceiling. Now, as you inhale, you're going to pull the navel down and guide the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Okay, exhale, squeeze the block, lift the shoulders and the tailbone a little bit more. Okay, inhale, hold, squeeze the block, exhale, shoulder blades lift a little bit more and the tailbone. Keep reaching the toes up towards the ceiling. You've got 1 more. Inhale, squeeze the block, Exhale, lift the shoulders and the tailbone. And come on down. Take a moment. Into a seated position. All right, one last bit of abs and then we're done. You're not going to like these ones either. Right, okay, we're going to come into table. So bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. Fingers are facing forward, but bring the arms behind you a little bit. What we're going to do is a little flow. So we're going to inhale, we're going to come up into our tabletop position. And then as you exhale, you're going to pull the hips through and pull them up and back, pushing into the finger pads. Inhale, reverse table. Exhale, pull the hips back and up as much as you can. Inhale, table, press the triceps back, lift the hips. Exhale, pull the hips up and back. One more, inhale, reverse table. Exhale, pull the hips up and back. Okay, from there, see if you can get into a little squat. Don't mind how you get there. Heels up or down, just take a moment. You can bring the elbows to the inside of the legs. And I suggest you just walk around in your squat because we're very early on. And then from there, take it into a forward fold. So straighten the feet, walk them to hip width, a little bend in the knees, and just drape the head down. Take a moment, find your breath. All right, so from here, we're going to do some sun salutations just to get warmed up. All right, so we're going to roll up to standing. So let the tailbone come down. Head heavy, arms heavy. We're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Ooh. Super duper. Okay, so walk to the front of your mat. Big toes together, heels slightly apart, or just take a hip width stance. Spread the toes, find the big toe mount, little toe mount, inner and outer heel. Tailbone down, press back through the tops of the thighs. And draw the bottom tips of the shoulder blades down and towards the front of your chest. Bring the back of the throat to the back of the neck. And lengthen up through the spine. Lovely, well done. Find your breath. Okay, take one more and then we'll get going. Okay, inhale, bring the arms up and high. Exhale, hinge from the hips, find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank, knees up or down, you choose, and then exhale, low to the floor. Take an inhale, find cobra. So start to activate the upper back here. Squeeze the inner shoulder blades together. Draw the bottom tips down forward towards the front of your chest. Squeeze the elbows in. Press the toes down. Lovely. With your next exhale, we're coming down. Take an inhale through table, exhale, down dog. Okay, so this is our first dog, so, take a little walk. Think about what the actions we did last week with the shoulders. Try and get them back now. So we're hugging those inner shoulder blades together, wrapping the outer shoulder blades towards the armpits. Take a look to the front. With your next inhale, step to the front. As many as you need. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring it on up. And then we're going straight down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the chest forward, activate the upper back for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, step back with the other leg to plank pose. Knees up or down. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take an inhale, find cobra. So it's all about activating that back. Exhale to lower. Inhale, table. Exhale, down, facing dog. Take a full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, step to the front. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring it on up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, halfway lift, right. Up in the gear if you want to. With your exhale to fold. Inhale, come back into plank. If you want to, you can move on to chaturanga and then come to up dog. Otherwise, stick with what we're doing. Exhale, down dog, or take it through table and then dog if you're coming from cobra. Take an inhale, either step or lightly hop to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, and then inhale, come on up. So we've got one more like that, just to give us a nice warm up. Exhale, fold. If you want to, you can jump back to chaturanga. So if you feel like it, otherwise just do what we've been doing, step back to plank and then lower. But if you fancy a little bit extra, do your chosen back bend on the inhale, exhale down, facing dog. Take a full breath, find that action in your shoulders. Inner shoulder blades together, outer shoulder blades wrapping towards the armpits, and then pull the forearms together as well with this. You'll notice more strength in the arms, and then use that if you're jumping forward. If not, inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up. And this time, staying standing. Exhale, press the air down. Super well done. Right, grab a strap. All right, so we're going to be using the strap quite a lot tonight. Yay! But it really will help you feel and activate your arms. All right, so we're going to stand with the feet hip width apart. So make sure you're rooting down through that X of contact. So big toe mount to outer heel, little toe mount to inner heel. They're really rooting down. Make sure you're pressing the tops of the thighs back and curling the sit bones down towards the floor. All right, draw the front ribs in so you're not sticking your chest out. Soften the shoulders between the ears. Grab your straps. So we did this last week. We're going to start with some shoulder flossing. So we're going to inhale. We're going to bring the strap up. So pull it apart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Wrap the outer shoulder blades towards your armpits. And then bring it back. On the exhale, inhale, come back up. And then exhale, come forward. So keep the legs active. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bring the band back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward. And again, if you find it easier, just walk the hands in a little bit and keep going. We've got a couple more of these. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. And then exhale lower. Brilliant, well done. One more. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Right, hold it there. Hold it there. With your next exhale, we're going to take it into a little side bend. So keep pulling the strap apart. So exactly what we did last week. Inhale, come to the center. And then exhale, take it over to the other side. Keep the legs strong. Inhale, center. So keep pulling up the kneecaps by pressing the tops of your thighs back. Guiding the tailbone down. Looping your butt cheeks under. So you've got full control. Allowing your spine to freely move above the strong foundation of your legs. Okay, hold it here. On your exhale, you're going to try that pull down. So inhale, arms up high. Exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze them back and down. Try not to let your ribcage flare out with this. I know it's very hard. But a couple more. Break the belt still if you can, as much as possible. So you're trying to pull the belt apart. Okay, lovely. All right, super. And then from there, take the belt behind you this time. So we're going to bring the belt so it's about in line with the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. All right, and then you're going to reach the arms up, pulling the belt with you. So you need some resistance. All right, don't have it too loosey-goosey. You want to have some resistance. Connect with your legs again. And this time we're going to try that side bend. So just doing it in a slightly different way. So as we reach up and over, you choose what side you want to do first. I want you to pull the belt upwards towards the ceiling. And then inhale, come on up. And then exhale, take it to the other side. Inhale, come on up. So I want your arms as straight and as active as possible. And I want you working from the mid-back. So imagine your arms are like angel wings or bat wings. And they start here. The tops of your shoulders are relaxed. And you've still got that action around your shoulders. So you're still connecting the inner shoulders and wrapping the outer shoulder blades towards your armpits. Okay, so make sure you're even on both sides, and then we're going to relax the arms just for a moment. So we're going to play around with this, all right? So in a very traditional Hatha yoga manner, we're going to either jump or step wide. So this is all inner work. We're going to do a lot of inner work. So from here, I would like you to turn the right foot out and the left foot in a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to bring the arms up. So this is only going to work if you put the effort in, all right? So I want you to really get the resistance and feel like you're pulling the strap up from the mid-shoulder blades. So we're going to come up into Warrior One. So you're going to turn towards the right, okay? So turn towards the right, bend through the right knee, root down through the outer left foot and heel, and pull up through the arms. Okay, now this should feel a little bit different. You should feel the activation, hopefully, of those armpit muscles. And what it also does, it stops you flaring out your rib cage. And that's a habit I do a lot. So if you are a rib cage flarer, this kind of work is really good. Now I want you to scissor the inner legs towards one another. Continue to reach up. Make sure those shoulder blades don't drop. Pull the front ribs down. Take one more breath. And then relax. It should feel like you've done some work. Come back to the center. Let's try the other side. So turn the right foot slightly, left foot out. Face towards me. Get the arms going. And then we're going to turn. Keep the right leg straight and bend into the left. Scissor the inner thighs towards one another and reach up through the arms. Soften the front ribs in, keep the back leg straight, keep scissoring the inner thighs in. Think about working from that mid-back area and breathe. 2 more breaths here. Okay, and relax. Come back to the center, right, we're adding on. Okay, so we're going to use this to come into Warrior 3 now. And I just want you to play around with this and see if it helps with your balance. All right, we shall see. All right, so turn the left foot in, right foot out. Okay, take the strap back up. So you're pulling up, hugging those outer shoulder blades towards the armpits. Come into Warrior 1. Scissor the inner thighs together, reach the arms up as much as possible, and then start to lean your weight into your front foot. Keep scissoring the inner thighs together, keep pulling the front ribs in, navel towards the spine, spiral the inner leg of your back leg up towards the ceiling, toes facing down, keep the leg as straight as you can, and then come up and over the front hip. Keep pulling on the strap. For 3, 2, 1. See if you can come back to warrior 1. Stay here for a breath. And relax. Okay. Everyone all right? I'm going to do the other side. So turn the right foot in, left foot out. Getting a bit of a sweat going on here. All right, hopefully you're feeling it in your upper arms, okay? So pull the strap up, okay? And then turn into warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Scissor the inner thighs together. Okay, back leg is straight and strong, and you're really connecting with your core as you activate those mid-back muscles. And now we're coming forward. Keep the arms straight. Don't let them become soft and squidgy. And then you're lifting the back leg up, spiraling the inner thigh up. Keep the leg as straight as you can. Keep the connection with the core. Putting the strap will help you do that. 3, 2, 1. Warrior 1. Take one full breath. And then come back. All right, super duper. So from here, take the strap behind you. All right, you can either just hold it or you can kind of loop it so that your palms face down, depending on what's going to feel comfortable. Turn the toes in, press the tops of the thighs back, hinge from your hips. Just take the arms up and overhead. Hug the inner thighs up and away from each other. And use your breath and gravity to get those arms up and over the head. Relax your neck. Maybe turn it a few times. Lovely. And then release the strap nearby. Don't chuck it anywhere. Bring your hands on your waist. Activate your core and lead with your chest as you come up. Well done, guys. Okay, so from here, come to the front of your mat. Keep your strap nearby. All right, so come into Tadasana again. Notice any changes. Notice how your arms are feeling maybe, how the muscles around your mid-back are feeling as well. Oh, with your next inhale, bring the arms up high. Exhale, fold. Come on down. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. All right, so we're going to do some work for the legs and the hips. So, you know, find that good dog again. So a little bend in the elbows, inner shoulder blades together, wrap the outer shoulder blades with the armpits and then straighten the arms. Hug the forearms in as you keep the connection around the shoulders. And hopefully you feel a better connection with those mid-back muscles. From here, we're going to inhale the right leg up high. Bend the knee and take a moment to open the hip. Now make sure that you stay connected with that lovely mid-back connection that you have. Don't lose it now. Take an inhale, straighten the leg up and high. Exhale, we're going to step it through. All right, so we're going to come up into a high lunge. Keep the belt nearby. Bring yourself up. In fact, take the belt with you. Saves you coming up again. All right, so you don't need to lift your arms up because we're going to come into warrior two. So just spin the back foot flat, lunge into the front leg. Have the feet towards one another to get the inner thighs working. Press the top of the back thigh towards the back wall or whatever you've got behind you, and squeeze the right sit bone under. All right, so we want the legs nice and strong. From here, we're going to do Gobha Konasana arms. So we're going to use the strap and just make life a little bit easier. Okay, so we're going to bring the right arm up. So take a moment to put it towards the back of your head and then close the ribs down. So pull the pubic bone towards the navel and then front ribs to the navel. And then take the left arm behind you and grab onto the strap. All right, so I want a nice connection with your shoulders. So again, that squeeze of the inner shoulder blades and the wrapping of the outer shoulder blades. And I'm going to flow this. On the inhale, we're going to come into reverse. And then exhale, we're going to come into side angle. So as you come into side angle, open up the heart, pull the top shoulder and elbow back, and really squeeze that shoulder blade onto the back. Inhale, reverse, exhale, side angle. Keep the lunge in the leg if you can. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, and we're holding this. So keep the top elbow pointing straight up, okay? And squeezing towards your ear. And then you're still squeezing the left shoulder blade on your back, pulling the left elbow back, left shoulder back, turning the heart, turning the heart, turning the heart. And then come on up, release the belt, and come down into a lunge. Super duper. Take an inhale, come back into plank pose, and then drop the knee. All right, so we're going to use our block. We're going to come into our first round of dolphin. All right, so dolphin's tough, yeah? So if you need to come down and rest at any point, please do. All right, so we're going to come down onto our elbows, and we're going to take the block between our thumb and our first finger. Bring the block back down onto the floor and press the thumb and finger into the block and press the fingers down into the mat. Now, as you do this, you should feel that connection with the shoulders. So again, you want a nice kind of even amount of squeezing the shoulder blades together and wrapping them around, okay? And it's the wrapping around that gives you that connection with the core. Curl the toes under, lift your hips up and back. Keep squeezing the block. Now walk your feet in as comfortably as you can. Press the tops of the thighs back and hug the inner thighs up and away from you. Press the chest towards the tops of your thighs. Evenly press down through both forearms. Keep the wrapping of the shoulders and breathe. All right, now from here, you can stay here. See if you can press up into dog. All right, both arms at the same time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, squeeze and lower. Two more, keep the legs strong. Move to the midpoint in your back. If you start to feel it in your upper shoulder area, miss one out, have a rest. I want you to work from that mid-back area. Okay, come on down again. Take 5 more breaths in dolphin. See if you can press the chest so that the ears come between the upper arms. Keep pressing the tops of the thighs back. Keep spinning the inner thighs up and away from one another. Press the inner heels back. Scoop the belly. And come on down. Oh, take a moment. Put the block to one side. Bring your arms by your side and come into child's pose. Reconnect with your breath. Let your heart rate come down. Right, you stay where you are. I'm going to turn around. So hopefully I'll be facing you still. All right, so keep in child's pose. Check everyone's okay. Well done, guys. So hopefully your breathing's come back to normal. And remember with this, you can drop the knees at any time. Dolphin's challenging, okay, very challenging, but very good for your shoulders. Right, okay, so when you're ready, we're coming back into downward facing dog. All right, so we've got the other side to do. All right. So after that, your arms might be feeling it a little bit, but try not to lose your technique now. Keep that connection with the under armpit muscles. And then we're going to inhale the left leg up high this time. Bend the knee and open up the hip. Keep lowering that left shoulder down so it doesn't come with your hip. Take an inhale to straighten the leg, exhale, step it between the hands, grab onto your strap and come into a high lunge. And sorry, what I should have said for the first time you did it is that we can drop the knee. Okay, so come on up and then come straight into your warrior two. All right, well done. Let's see how we're doing. Can everyone still hear me? Just give me a thumbs up, yeah, okay. Right, so, okay, so we're coming into our Gomukh Konasana arms on this side. So set up your warrior two, find a comfortable working position for you. Make sure the legs are working. All right, so pressing the front of that back thigh towards the back wall. And then squeezing that left sit bone under, guiding the knee towards your little pinky toe. And then take the strap into your left hand this time. And find that little tricep stretch without flaring the ribs. So you think about putting the pubic bone towards your navel. That really helps me. All right, well done. And then when you feel that you've got a good connection of that elbow to the ceiling, take the other arm behind, grab hold of your strap. All right, so we want a good working position, but you don't want to be straining. Your neck needs to be free. All right, so just press the back of the skull into the back arm so that your head is over your shoulders. And then let's start. Let's find reverse on the inhale. And then exhale, open the heart up towards the ceiling as you squeeze the right elbow, right arm bone, and right shoulder blade onto the back. And just use your breath coming in and out. And just see how it feels on this side. How much space have you got? Okay, lovely. So we've got one more round. And then we're going to come into side angles. So turn the heart, but make sure that that left elbow doesn't come with you, okay? Still squeezing, or the inner elbow still squeezing towards your left ear. Okay, keep squeezing that left sit bone under and keep pressing the top of the right thigh back. Scoop the pubic bone towards the belly. Keep breathing. Got one more breath. Oh, and bring it up. Well done. From here, release the strap. and come into a runner's lunge. Step back into down dog, and then drop the knees. All right, so we're going back up into dolphin again. So I'm going to show you a slightly different way. So we're going to use the strap again. All right, so it's good to play around with different props to see which one works. If you haven't got a strap or prefer to use the block, it's absolutely fine. It's going to do a similar job. We're going to loop the strap though. So you're going to take it through both rings, up and over the first one, and then under the second one to make your loop. And you need it about shoulder width apart. All right, so just play around with that, because you can go a little bit too narrow. All right, just make sure you don't go under it, because if your shoulders are a bit tight tonight, this is not going to feel very pleasant. All right, so you're going to bring the arms onto the floor again. So you're going to place them above the elbow and make sure that the buckle doesn't catch your skin. And bring it towards as close to the elbow crease as you can, otherwise your head's going to get in the way. So we're going to bring the forearms onto the floor. Now, if your shoulders felt tight on the last round, I want you to interlace your fingers. That just helps you get a little bit more space around your shoulders. Otherwise, you can have your wrists in line with your elbows and your elbows under your shoulders. Curl the toes under, squeeze the inner shoulder blades together, and then push the forearms down, wrap the shoulder blades towards the armpit and come up into your dolphin. All right. Okay, so from here we're going to have quite a wide dolphin this time. Again, activate the legs and the core. So press the tops of the thighs back, hug the inner thighs up and away from one another. Pull the pubic bone towards the navel, draw the front ribs in, and then all we're going to do is going to inhale, we're going to come forward and then push back. Inhale forward, exhale, push back. Inhale forward, exhale, push back. Keep going. Inhale forward, exhale, push back. Inhale forward, exhale, push back. Inhale forward, exhale, push back. Give me 4 more if you can, or you can rest. Well done, guys. Super job. Okay, and come down. Well done. Well done. Come out of the belt and come into child's pose. That was really good. Well done. Very good indeed. All right, so again, find your breath. All right, and we're going to do one more thing in dolphin, if you can cope, if you can bear it. And then we're moving on. So come back with the block, because it will just be easier with the block. Thumbs behind and first finger hugging towards the outside. Curl the toes under. Activate your shoulders. So squeeze the inner shoulder blades, wrap the outer shoulder blades, pull the pubic bone towards the navel, press up and back. Right, this time I want you to walk in as much as you can. And again, start to press the chest towards the tops of the thighs. You can gaze at your lovely legs. All right, and then from here, if you want to, just practice holding it for 5 breaths and come down. Otherwise, if you want more, take an inhale, reach the right leg up. So I want you to really spiral the inner thigh, hug the inner thigh towards your other inner thigh, and reach the big toe up, squeeze the glute, and come up onto the left toe. Okay, lower it down, and then try the other side. So really activate the leg, Get light on your right foot, maybe even add a hop. Straighten up that left leg. I just realised mine was very bent. So really reach through the left toe down and then come on down. Take a rest. And put the block aside. Take a child's pose, everyone. Find your breath. If you need to release any tension, inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. Okay, so we got one more little flow. We're going to put everything together but without the props. So I want you to see if you can still get that connection with the arms when you raise them up so they're really active and the activation's coming from here. All right, so last bit of work. Come into down facing dog. Excuse me, when you're ready. All right, lovely guys. So we're going to inhale. If you want to, you can just step it forward if you've had enough. Inhale the right leg up high. Exhale. Step it through. Root the back foot down for warrior one. So we're going to come on up on the inhale. Ooh, I'm a bit wobbly there. And then exhale. Imagine you've still got the strap and come into your warrior one. So really scissor the top of the inner thighs towards each other and reach from here, from the mid-back. Inner shoulder blades towards one another, outer shoulder blades. Wrapping towards your armpits and spread the fingers as much as you can. From here, lean forward. Float the left leg off the floor, spin the inner thigh up, toes down. Activate and straighten the legs as much as you can for warrior three. Super, come back down, warrior one. Take a breath. And then come into warrior two. Okay, now this time, see if you can make the clasp without the strap. If you can't, just grab onto your clothes. But imagine the strap is still there, or if that's not available for you tonight, just come into this tricep stretch position. All right, so you've got options there. Take an inhale. Make sure you close the ribs down. Come into reverse. Exhale. Come into that side angle. Turn the heart. Take an inhale. Release the hands. Warrior two. And then bring all the hands down beside the front foot. Take an inhale, plank. Exhale, child's pose or dog. Or take it through vinyasa. So knees, chest to the floor, or chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the left leg up high. Exhale, step it through. Root the back foot for warrior one. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bend the front knee, scissor the legs, and then find that connection. Really spiral up the arms, so you're hugging the triceps towards each other and reaching the fingertips up towards the ceiling. From here, keep the action. Find warrior two. So take your time. Wobbling's good. Make sure that back leg is straight. Spiral the inner thigh up. Don't lose connection with the back ribs. Lovely. Come back down. Warrior one. One breath. And then turn. Warrior two. Super job. Right, your choice. Whatever arm position worked for you when we did the first side, come back to it now. All right, so make sure you're not getting it in your upper shoulder area, tops of your shoulders or your neck. Okay, with your next inhale, let's find reverse. Exhale, open the heart as you take it into side angles, squeezing that right shoulder blade on the back, putting the elbow back, the arm going back, making sure that that left elbow is hugging in towards your left ear. Take an inhale, come on up. Exhale, warrior two. And then windmill the arms down. Hands spraying the foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. You do you, whatever feels good at this point of the class. Take it through vinyasa or don't. We'll all finish in down dog and then drop to child's pose. Oh, well done. And just take a moment here. Find your breath. Great job, guys. Super duper. All right, you made it. This is a nice bit now. So we're going to cool everything down. So come up to a kneeling position. All right, if that doesn't feel good, you can actually come into a seated position as well. Okay, so it's whatever's going to work for you at this point. I just want you to be comfortable. And all we're going to do is interlace the fingers and take them behind your back, allowing the elbows to bend. Now this is really important because I want you to get the connection with your inner shoulders, okay? And that will bring the arm bones back. What you don't want is the arm bones to round forward. Okay, so this might be a good position for your stretch for the front of the chest. If you want more, if you're kneeling, you can simply just straighten your arms. Okay, if you're sitting, which is quite handy actually, you can walk your bum forward. All right, so do whichever feels the best. You're looking for a stretch in the front of your chest. So hug the arm bones into the socket. If your chest is feeling tight, feel free to keep a bend in the elbow. It's better to have a working stretch that's going to make a difference than to try and, straighten the arms and not get anything out of it at all. Breathe wide and full. Connect with your core on your exhale. One more breath. Okay, and release. From there, swing the legs to one side and come into all fours. And take a lizard pose. So step the left leg forward, walk the right knee back a bit. Find a comfortable lizard for you. All right, so you're squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. You're pulling the front foot back and you're dropping the back hip down. So you get that stretch. If you want to add a quadricep stretch or front of the thigh, just walk the right hand out and then grab onto the right foot and press it towards your bum. Again, bring that arm bone back. Okay, lovely, release. And take the left foot back. Let's swap sides. So right leg forward. Take the right knee back. Find your lizard pose on this side. And you can move around in this. And then take the left arm out slightly to bend the back knee and bring the foot towards the bum for a nice quad stretch. And then you can also open up that right arm bone. So you can squeeze the right arm bone back, draw the elbow back to get a nice opening across the right chest this time. Okay, lovely. Release. Take the right foot back and come onto your back. Oh, so come down. We're going to take a happy baby. So just bring the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Grab onto the back of the thighs, the back of the shin, inner or outer leg, or foot, sorry. And just, soften the front of the thighs towards the floor. Guide the tailbone towards the end of your mat and just gently rock from side to side. All right, lovely. Release. Give yourself a little hug. And then we're going to come into Shavasana. So we're going to stretch out the legs, or you can keep them bent. I'm way off my mat. Bring the arms out to the side, palms facing up. Close your eyes, you made it. Well done. Super, super job. So if you want to grab hold of the side of the mat, just to get some space between the shoulder blades and the ears, you can repeat that. And now just let your body become very heavy on the floor. Connect with the breath. And just focus on the exhalation. Each time you exhale, see if you can slow the breath down. And I'm going to give you a mantra for this for this relaxation, and it's used for meditation. And the mantra is So Ham, which simply translates as I am. And I just want you to spend a few minutes in rejoicing in who you are. We may be in a position where we can't express ourselves in the way that we want to because of the COVID-19. But we are still special. We are still vital. So repeat after me. So Ham. So on your inhale. Ham on your exhale. So Ham. So Ham. So Ham. Now repeat it to yourself. Okay, let the mantra go. Allow your breath to come back to a nice natural rhythm for you. And start to bring yourself gently back by bringing some movement into your body. Whatever feels good. Wriggling the toes or fingers or some gentle ankle and wrist circles, whatever works. And then when you're ready, bend the knees. And if you want to, you can hug them in towards your chest and give yourself a little back massage. Or you can keep your feet on the floor. And then when you're ready, roll over to whichever side calls to you tonight. And then use your hands to gently press yourself up into a comfortable seated position for you. Well done, guys. Super job.